Welcome, everyone. I don't know why I started like that. Hello, everyone. Welcome to On the Bright Side. My name is Daniel. I'm watching Fate Apocrypha. Sorry, it's been a little bit longer than a week since last episode. I was kind of trying to move this show a little bit further into the week because my work has started scheduling me at different times, so I want to be able to do this show consistently, and I needed to move it. But last time on Fate Apocrypha, we got introduced to this great Holy Grail War, which is a war that has 7 masters, 7 servants going up against 7 more masters and 7 more servants, doubling the amount of participants in the Holy Grail War. And we have seen but a fraction of these servants, of these masters so far. We have been introduced to the red side, mainly with Shishigo and his servant Mordred. And we've been introduced to much more on the black side, including Avicebron and Vlad the Impaler and Sigurd and all of them. Basically, we need to learn a lot more about the red side, and we also need to learn about our main characters, because at the end there we had a little bit tease of Jeanne d'Arc. So, if you guys are excited for more Fate Apocrypha, you should subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single episode going forward. Anyway, without further ado, let us begin. 3, 2, 1, go. 1431. Alright, that was a long time ago. That makes sense. Ow! That hurt. Little tiny baby cross. It is interesting because we do know that this character exists because of Fate Zero with a blue beard. My god, what a top. Okay. You got wings. The summoning is an error. Romania. Who are you summoned by? Oh, we're getting the intro. Oh man, we're getting previews here. It seems like Jeanne is like inhabiting someone rather than having her own body. Oof. Animation's also good in the opening. There's a lot of weird shit that I don't know how to interpret in that opening. Yes? Everyone's immediately all like, you are too excited. True names. That would be helpful. Yeah, I didn't know who you were. Chiron. Can she talk? You're not gonna trust your allies? Alright. Unfortunately, I already revealed his weapon, so I love this two-tone hair. Yep, that was a pretty easy one to guess, though. He is called Necromancer. I want to learn more. Yeah, about that. Oh yeah, she doesn't like being called a woman. That is something that I vaguely knew. How much was that worth? Damn. Artoria heard that. She'd be all like, that's why I'm trying to erase. Is that Yeah, that's the wish. We're just so tiny here. Ow! Fuck. Let's go see the priest. That's just how she talks, huh? My god. She's cute. Ooh. Lightning? Oh my god. Will this give life to them? Oh, Jesus! Jesus Christ! Alright, sound effects you can relax. Yeah, noble phantasms are crazy, I'm sure you'll learn. Huh. Alright, I like her already. Yeah, we're gonna learn about all these.
神明が暴かれるのを防ぐため、この姿の方が良いと判断しました。私からも質問があります。生き残ったマスター同士で改めて聖杯戦争を取り行うことになります。
That's what they said last time, and I didn't really know.
弟君であるカウレス殿と戦うことになります。マスター、あなたはそれに耐えられますか？
必ず勝ちます。
Oh my goodness.
満足した？
Relax, woman. I'm done.
どこに行くつもり？とりあえず町に降りてみる。じゃ、バイバイ。
Were we doing some mana transfer, or was it just for fun? Alright. Well, she's a freak, got it. I found that the people do better when you treat your servants as partners. I'm curious too. Is that so? So they call him Siegfried. Is that the same as Sigurd? I love just learning about them. We didn't get anything about Astolfo, their wish. Yep. Determined all that last time. Vlad the Impaler is definitely a bad name to go down in history. Jack the Ripper. Again, it is interesting because this is a character that we got in Yeah, I know that Jack the Ripper is a little girl in this one. But Jack the Ripper and Fate Strange Fake is like completely different. Yeah, that's the one that looks like our main character. Okay. Straight up, Shiro Kotomine. Is it the same voice actor? Or... Semiramis. Alright, have to look that up later. Oh, I just realized why Chiron was familiar. I was thinking, like, I know most of these. I don't know her, like, really anything about her. Or I don't really know anything about Astolfo. But Chiron, I'm like, I definitely know something. Like, it's Percy Jackson. That's why I know the name Chiron. It is funny because this does look like the portrait that I looked up, except he has blonde hair instead of black hair. 15th servant.
この度の聖杯大戦なら
So that's Jean? I know we mentioned ruler last time.
他のマスターたちと合流しましょう。
会う必要はないな。俺たちは勝手にやらせても。
Oh? A lot of
団体
confidence.
行動は苦手ですか？
Yeah.
そんなところだ。
For some reason. Having to do with that scar, perhaps.
悪いな、神父。
Alright, good luck. I can tell, though, he knows what he's doing.
なぜあいつらと手を組まなかっ
お前は嫌だったろ。
たただの直感だ。
お前の直感を俺は信頼する。
それをどう思う？俺もマスターが乾物におもねる類のものじゃないと分かって安心した。少しだぞ、少しだけな。
They like each other. Very good.
それじゃあトゥリファスだ。
This is how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be friends.
警戒されたようですね。
我のせいではないぞ。
It might have been your fault a little
セイバーの
bit.
新名もわかりませんでした。
You probably have some investment in
彼らもまた
sabers.
聖杯を欲する者ならば当面は味方でしょう。
庭園のか問題はない。
Oh boy. Jesus. Who
相
are
手
you?
がわけのわからないことを言い出す
Caster.
キャス
シェイクスピアにとって
I was gonna guess Shakespeare. I should have said something the way that he entered.
実はスパルタクスめがですね、殴り込みに行きました。
Spartacus.
何
How many servants are here? Where are your masters? Are you... Hello? Are you... Spartacus? Well, it definitely looks berserker. A bunch of servants. Fucking flying
こ
golems.
れいい感じだ。悪いなマスター。
どういたしまし
We're
て。
good.
ここはユグドミレニアが管理下に置いている町だぞ。
ってことは？
な？
We're gonna get fights.
なるほどなるほど。
Man.
俺だけ
Look
じゃ
at
なく
this sawed-off
地元になる
shotgun.
のか
ゴーレムを頼む。こちらはホムンクルスを担当する。
Alright.
了解だ。
Let's do this. Oh my god! Oh man. Mordred's the fucking coolest, aren't they? Yeah, and I'm sure this guy's... Why did shoot 3? I guess it could have been buckshot from Gondor. But this guy's probably a heart grenade. What is this, Green Day? Oh my god. This guy probably specializes in killing mages, huh? Perhaps a similar character to Kiritsugu? Yeet! Alright.
終わったな。
ジョンがやるじゃねえかマスター。
Very
しかし
cool.
得るものはあった。
なあ
What
な
can
あ
we do with that?
俺の戦いぶりはどうだった？
完璧だ。俺はいいサーバントを引き当てたよ。
当然だろ。
I like their relationship already.
差し引いても図抜けていますね。勝てるか問題なく。
Sabers, lancers, and archers are always the cream
お
of the
待ちし
crop,
ていま
right?
した。
Who
我が
the
マスター
fuck?
より
ルーラーは今トゥリファスへと向かっています。我々にとって彼女はどうしても障害になる存在。抹殺してください。カルナ。
Karna.
心得た。
Alright, I got a lot to look up this time. Ooh, and we get an ending. Alright, that was Fate Apocrypha Episode 2. Very, very good stuff. We really focused this episode on learning about all the servants and masters that we saw summon last episode, as well as getting some backstory on Jean and finding out about this ruler class. Someone who's going to be the judge, a mediator, kind of like a middle party. That's what I said last time, that, like, Jean and our main character are going to be, like, unaffiliated. But, I really wonder what their role is supposed to be. Like, is it to... Like, since the Great Holy Grail War is such, like, a intense ritual, it requires a ruler to, what will they judge? What will they decide? That's a question for later, but it's a very interesting one. I'm very curious about what Jean's role is going to be. But both sides seem to be not into it. Shiro, Kotomine. So, like, I don't know if I'm fully familiar. Again, I've only watched Unlimited Blade Works and that the Heaven's Feel movies. So I don't really know the Stay Night route ending as much. But is there an ending for one of those in which Shiro becomes the priest to take over for Kirei? I could maybe see, because I know Kirei is like the main villain character of the Stay Night route. Like, the whole goal of that one is to defeat Kirei and Gilgamesh. It seems as though Shiro here has taken over for Kirei as this priest, and is a very interesting character because it seems like all the summoners on the red side, we're not really gonna really get in depth on them. Maybe some of them, but like, it seems like the servants on the red side are kind of just acting of their own accord. We saw Spartacus, we saw William Shakespeare, there was the lady with the cattail. Spartacus and William Shakespeare, obviously, I know them. I don't know too much about Spartacus. I can look that up. So basically what I'm getting from, he was an escaped slave who fought in like an uprising to try and free slaves. But in this, he's berserker. Kind of feels similar to Hercules in that he is big dude with sword. But Hercules is, of course, like one of the strongest servants ever. So I don't think Spartacus is going to be like that crazy. But I'll be interested to see what he can do. We got one new Noble Phantasm in Frankenstein, whose whole thing is that she can't talk, she can grunt, and it's very cute. She doesn't like being called Frankenstein. Is it perhaps because she is Frankenstein's monster? But I love Frankenstein as a book, so it's kind of exciting, and I'm very familiar with the character. So having the lightning, the like life-giving lightning, that's fun. But it is a dangerous Noble Phantasm for herself to use. It can destroy herself, which means that they're giving us that information, which means that she's absolutely going to use it at full power at some point and destroy herself. Probably. Very cool animation on that. God, like, this show really is, like, it has a lot of dialogue, but it is, every now and again, it'll just be all like, hold on, we interrupt this dialogue to give you some amazing fighting animation, like with Mordred and Shishigo. But to talk more about the other servants that we learned about, Siegfried, we learned that that's his name. I think I was calling him Sigurd last time. I think they're the same character? Maybe. I might be wrong. But Siegfried is his name, and I was pretty much right. He is the one who killed Fafnir. Astolfo has a weird relationship with his master, but Astolfo's very, like, cheery. And I'm wondering how much of it is like real personality, or how much of it is like a way to get closer to people. I'm interested to see where that character, because I know nothing about Astolfo, really. And if I look up Astolfo, it's going to give me the Fate version, because who knows anything about the actual character? Hold on, let's look it up. A major character in Italian Renaissance romance epics. Usually humorous, Wikipedia says. At the end, I have this up also on my phone. At the end, we were introduced to Karna, who is a major Hindu character in the epic, I cannot pronounce this, Mahabharata? Apologies if I pronounce that wrong. I think I'm okay with pronunciation, because I took linguistics in college, but I'm not that good. But like Indian pronunciations are pretty out there for me. But Karna, some of you guys were talking about how there's some pretty crazy characters in here. I could see Karna being possibly one of the stronger ones. Just like the aura. Did they have wings? Also, based on what I'm reading here, definitely an archer. They have a bow with a name, the Vijaya bow. which literally translates to victory bow. William Shakespeare is our caster. I wonder what type of magic? The magic of literary power. The pen is mightier than the sword. And we had the assassin that Shiro has summoned. So far on the red, we're shown Berserker, caster, assassin, saber. I don't know why I'm counting like this. And likely archer. So that means the two other footsteps that we saw in the trees were probably our other two, which would be Lancer and this always has Rider. Lancer and Rider. But it is interesting that we learned a lot more about all the black characters. We're learning a lot more about them first, and we got to see how they're going to interplay with their masters, with Chiron and his master having a very like soft emotional connection. You can tell that he very much cares for her. We'll see if get centaur legs at any point. That feels like a rider power, but he is definitely archer, they said. Frankenstein and her master also have like kind of like a nice relationship so far. He already seems to care for her. Did they say that those two masters for them two are brother sister? That makes sense. Whereas Siegfried and his master, I have a feeling that Siegfried is not gonna get along super well, since he is a hero and this guy seems kind of intense. But we'll see. And Astolfo and his master, she just wants to possess him, like own him. But Astolfo's kind of already like, that's not how it's gonna work here. Whereas Darnik and Vlad are like, he's like trying to like please Vlad. Like he's putting him in the chair and he's trying to create a good relationship between them, which is interesting. I think that's the way to do it, is to be trusting with your servant. And we saw that Shishigo and Mordred are already building up quite a bit of a relationship. I can tell that like Mordred is eventually going to be willing to do like anything for Shishigo. Speaking of Mordred, I wanted to get like the general consensus. Mordred's pronouns. This is like a weird conversation, but it's kind of like similar to the what is the name of the character in One Piece. Mordred kind of has the same deal, where Mordred doesn't like being referred to as a woman. So should I just continue to call them Mordred and use like should I be using he/him pronouns, or what do people generally say? I don't know. Because I feel like people mostly refer to Mordred as she, which is why that's what I was saying. But I don't know, what does the character want? So anyway, I have to hold on. Okay, I couldn't remember this name, so I gotta look it up. Legendary Lydian Babylonian wife of Onus and of Ninus, who succeeded the latter to the throne of Assyria. She ruled the Neo-Assyrian Empire as its regent for 5 years before her son. That's like a woman in power in like 800 BC. Like, that's a long time ago. So, but this is like Middle Eastern. Assyrian seems to be, part of Syria, Turkey, Iraq, Iran. Empire covered all of that area. But Semiramis is, this is the real person that Semiramis is based on, but there were then stories made about her being like an Amazon warrior. So she's cool. That's some cool legend stuff. So I'm excited to see what she does as assassin. If like the legends of her is like being a warrior, it is kind of weird that she is assassin. Oh, speaking of assassin, we also saw Jack the Ripper, who is very different from the Fate Strange Fake version that we've seen so far. Which is to say, Fate Strange Fake doesn't even have like a real form. And Fate Strange Fake takes place after this. So that Jack the Ripper in Fate Strange Fake was all about like, I want to find out what my true form is. Almost making me wonder if like this Jack the Ripper, like since Jack the Ripper as like a historical figure is such like an anomaly, like no one knows who they were, that like there you can summon multiple different like types. depending on who the summoner is. This one was calling their master Mommy, and I believe because I've actually looked into this version of the character because I've been like, why is she a little girl? And I believe they rationalize it by, since Jack the Ripper mostly killed women, there was some sort of there's like a story that like they could have been a woman who was taking out this rage against their own mother on other women. Probably not likely, but an interesting place to get inspiration for a Jack the Ripper character nonetheless. Alright, I believe that's really all I have to talk about with this one. Great action. I'm interested to find out more about these characters. It seems like we've really established all of the relationships between the masters and the servants that we're going to explore in this one. We have Shishigo and Shiro as our main masters on the red side versus all of them on the black side. And we're already talking about, like, once this is done, there's going to have to be another Holy Grail War. It does feel like everyone's kind of like, yeah, let's not think about that. I don't know. I have a feeling Black is not going to make it to that Holy Grail War. And then we're going to have to... But I don't know. I don't know how this is going to all turn out. So I should just continue watching. And you guys should also continue watching by subscribing and hitting that bell for notifications so you don't miss the next episode. And if you like my reaction to this episode, let me know by leaving a like and leave a comment. There's lots of fun discussions to have around this one. I love talking about all these servants and their influences. If I missed a servant, or you have some more information that you want to share about like the real life versions of them, like maybe something that I said wrong, feel free to correct me. I was just like skimming Wikipedia articles. I'm pretty good at like taking some information out of those, but you know, I might not have been totally accurate. Anyway, I hope that I can make your day better, and I hope that you continue to have good days. Till next time, take it easy, everyone.